I lived through some pretty bad wildfires in
Yeah,
2020, and
yeah,
it affects every part of your body to be in a situation like that. But I want to talk really quickly about something that you said in terms of the purpose of fire and where it is in kind of the life cycle of ecology. I know there are some plants that are dependent on fire for germination, but can you speak a little bit to, what is the purpose of fire in a kind of in an ecological sense, and what would we expect if we weren't interfering as the fire dies down and the land restores itself?
yeah. So this is a very severe fire,
Hmm.
unfortunately. So this is a really intense one. Different fires serve different purposes. If we think of fire the same way that we think of water, it's kind of like thinking of like a flash flood versus like a deep water in your yard. So different fires create different things and have different purposes. But as far as plants that rely on fire or that have evolved with fire, pretty much all California native plants to some extent need a little bit of fire, either within like an annual basis or within like every decade or so. But usually they need at least like every 10 years or so, they need a good burn. That's at least what we believe in our traditional cultures. So if there was not colonization interference and if native people were able to practice the things that we normally would practice, then depending on the ecosystem we would burn during different times. So like a flower meadow, that's like an annual burn and that creates beautiful wildflowers. But an oak grove, that is maybe every 5 to 10 years depending on the oak grove, and we would take care of it accordingly. But what we believe is that Mother Earth would do that naturally without us. And so maybe that would mean a lightning strike. There are certain birds that will take fires and actually move them over to get more things to leave the field so they can hunt for more little rats and stuff that are coming out. But yeah, these animals and these plants have evolved and adapted with fire for millions of years longer than we have even been conscious. And we don't give that credit to plants and animals nearly enough. And I think that that's where the big problems come in. But the California native plants will be fine. The land will be fine. No matter how devastated a piece of land is, and I'll talk about this more later, it takes about 10 years for land to restore itself